All right, on the first link, we need to figure out which angle is the same as angle DEF. All right, so we're going to find that angle DEF. Okay, the letter that is in the middle is going to be our vertex, which is the point from which the angle starts. So we have angle DEF. That is going to be the same then as angle 2, which starts in the corner where E is as well. So I would choose 2, and that's good. All right, one more. We need to name the angle that's the same as angle 3. So I can see angle 3 is right here. Let's follow the two lines that make up that angle, which are right here. I need 3 letters, P being the middle one, because that's where the vertex is. So I can go C, P, B. I could also go B, P, C. Whichever way I name it, P has to be in the middle because that's the vertex. So I can see CPB is right there. There is no BPC, so that's got to be the correct one. All right, we need the measure of angle EAD. So we'll follow those letters again. E to A to D gives us this angle here, which is 150 degrees. Second link, this one's a little bit more complicated. It says, what is the relationship between angle AXY and YXB? Is it vertical, complementary, supplementary, or none of those? So let's find AXY first. So we go A to X to Y. So that's going to be that angle there. Then we have YXB. So we go Y to X to B. Is that angle there? Okay. Are they vertical? No, they are not across from each other. Are they complementary? Well, let's see once. These two angles take up this whole corner. Okay, how much is that corner? We see on the other side, there's a square, which means that's 90, and this is a straight line. So that means all of this is 180. Well, if all of that's 180, and this is 90, we're going to do some quick subtraction and figure out that these two also add up to 90. So that means they are complementary, which means two angles that add up to 90. All right, again, we have angle EAD. Let's find that one first. EAD, which is the angle right there. Then we have angle DAP. DAP, which is right there. Okay, so together, these two angles make a straight line. Covers everything from this line all the way around to that line. It's half a circle, telling me that's 180 degrees, so it's got to be supplementary. And we have angle YXB. Let's follow that one, YXB, which is right there. And we have angle BXE, B to X to E, which is down there. Okay, so again, they're not vertical because they're not across from each other. And together, both of those angles make a straight line or half a circle. So I know it's going to be supplementary. Okay, they're telling us the measure of angle AOC is 180 degrees. So that's a straight line is 180 all the way around. We know AOB is 158. A to O to B is 158. We want to find BOC. We need to find this right here. So how we do that? We do 180, which is all of it, minus 158, which is the part that we know. It tells us the last, what's left has to be 22. Good. Got that one right? All right. Okay, AOC is 180. Again, straight line. AOB is 120. A to O to B is 120. We want to find BOC, which is right there. Again, we're going to subtract 180 minus 120, leaves us with 60. LON is 180, so it's a straight line. That's not a straight line, but it is a straight line. LOM is 50, which is right here, 50. We need to find MON, which is here. Again, we do 180 minus 50, which gives us 130. Vertical angles, this one isn't too bad. It's kind of nice. Remember, vertical angles are across from each other. They're the same. So that means X is 129. Here, X is 37. And here, X is 146. Okay, we have to find the measure of angle DAE. So we go from D to A to E. So we're trying to find that angle there. Here we're going to use vertical angles. We have two intersecting lines here. That means that these two angles are going to be the same. There's a box down here telling us that angle's 90. So that means this one also must be 90. So DAE is 90. Right, we need to, they're telling us EXB is 120. So E to X to B, that's 120. We need to find BXY. BXY, so that's BXY. Okay, again, these two make a straight line. So that's telling me that's going to be 180. If this much is 120, 180 minus 120 gives us BXY, which is 60. All right, DAB is 30. D to A to B is 30. Right there, BAF is 150. So B to A to F, that's 150. We are trying to find EAD. So we're trying to find E to A to D right here. Okay? So these two add up to 180. That's good. Another thing I see right over here is a little box, which tells me this angle's 90. Well, if that's 90, and we have a straight line here, that means all the way here is 180. So if this much is 90, we can do 180 minus 90, which leaves us with 90 for these two angles over here. I already know this much is 30, so I subtract another 30, and that leaves me with just 60 for EAD right there. Okay? So they actually gave us a little bit more information than we needed. We didn't even really need that 150, which was right here, because we see this is 90. Then we automatically know, since this is a straight line, that this also is 90. Well, if that much is 30, that leaves just 60 for that part. Sometimes they can be a little tricky. All right, solve for x. Okay, this is going to test our knowledge of what we know about our angles. We can see hopefully you can see that the blue and the black lines make vertical angles. So that means this angle is going to be the same as both of these angles together. So what we end up with is 4x is equal to 45 plus x. Okay? All of this between the red and the black is equal to what's between the red and the black, which is both of these. Once we have the equation, then we can solve for x and we can solve it. So we want to get x by itself. We want to get rid of this x and move it to the other side. Opposite of adding is subtracting. That makes it go away. What you do to one side, you do to the other side. 4x's minus 1x is 3x. 3x is 45. To get rid of that 3, we do the opposite of what we see. This is multiplication. Opposite of that is division. Divide by 3, what you do to one side, you do to the other side. 45 divided by 3 is 15. So x equals 15. Okay, this time, all three of these angles make a straight line. So we know all three of these add up to 180. So it's going to equal 180. We're going to add x plus 15, which is the first one, plus 75, which is the second one, plus x, which is the third one, to get our 180 degrees. Combined like terms, we have an x there and an x there. That makes two x's total. 15 and 75 we can add together. That's going to give us 90 equals 180. Solve for x, get x by itself. We get 90 equal to 2x. Get rid of that 2 by dividing. X equals 45. And one more, again, we have a straight line. All three of these together makes half a circle, or 180 degrees. So we're going to add them all together and set it equal to 180. So the first one is 3x, the second one is 80, and the third one is 2x. Add all those together. We have 3x's and 2x's. Combined, that makes 5x's plus 80 equals 180. Get rid of that 80, do the opposite of what we see. What we do to one side, we do to the other side. Get rid of that 5, opposite of what we see. X equals 20. That's all, folks. Have fun practicing.